There we
Thanks,
go.
Kayla. All right, welcome everybody. We are here tonight to have our evening hall board meeting. Just go through the agenda here. Need an approval of the agenda, and I'm looking at the agenda. Yeah, approval of the agenda. So does anybody want to move to approve the agenda? Oh, Melanie's already got her hand up. And John. They're the only two with their cameras on, so I guess you guys are going to be moving and seconding a lot of things.
Right on.
All right. Is there any opposition? Hearing none, we'll consider the agenda carried. And disclosures of pecuniary interest. Does anyone need to disclose a pecuniary interest for tonight's meeting?
Nope.
Okay, great. And business arising, or sorry, approval of the previous minutes. The previous minutes were sent out by Kayla last week. Is there any questions about the minutes? Actually, Kayla, I had a question. I noticed in the 8.2 in the hall reopening plan, it says that that I provided a brief update on the hall board to the hall board from a meeting that took place, and it says between the recreation department and the hall board chairs, and it says attached, and it's not in that document. So I don't know if that should be stricken or if that should be added to that. I don't know.
So I send you the draft minutes without all the attachments, just in case you guys come back with some sort of, Kayla, you're way off on the numbers, or you forgot this or that. And then when I do the PDF, I attach everything. So it is attached to the actual.
Thank you. Great. So anyone else have any questions about the minutes or anything that they feel needs resolution on those?
No. Nope.
Great. And a mover and a seconder for the minutes.
I'll move.
Oh, we got Melanie. Oh, who was that? Was that Karen?
Yeah, Karen second.
Great. Karen,
hi, Sarah.
Thank you.
Hey, Sarah.
There's Sarah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all. All right.
We just
on last meeting. All right, and all in favor of the minutes? Great, we'll consider that. Any opposition? We'll consider that carried. Okay, and business arising. I don't believe there's any business arising from the previous minutes, so nothing to report. Claire, any rental updates? Oh, Claire's not here anymore.
Oh, lost her.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Claire's gone.
Maybe she became unstable. Exposed to internet.
Saying about me while I wasn't logged in.
Okay, I'm going to assume there is nothing to report in terms of rental updates because we haven't had any. Financial update, Karen.
I can report our bank balance as of August 31st. We had a balance of $77,282.49. And since our last meeting, I haven't written any checks. The only payments that have come out were automatic payments for hydro.
Great.
As per budgeted.
Yeah. Excellent. Any questions for Karen? All right, new business.
Yeah, I got kicked off when it was my turn.
Did you want to provide a rental update, Claire?
And I'm getting kicked off again.
We can still hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Never mind. No, we can't.
Okay. All right. New business. Well, maybe this is business arising. I don't know. I guess it's a new motion. So I think that we should move at this point to continue to keep the hall closed. What was the exact wording of our motion last time?
You have a be it resolved, the Avening Community Center Hall Board hereby approve keeping the hall closed for the time being.
Oh yes, right, there it is, down at the bottom. So is anyone, do we need to have any discussion before we, about the possibility of reopening? I mean, it certainly doesn't look, the picture doesn't look very rosy right now for the cases and kind of the trends. Is there any, what do people think? Should we just keep it the same way?
I think the situation has changed enough to merit opening.
Yeah.
We should just keep it closed until they get some more guidelines out there.
Yeah.
Agree.
I
Sounds
agree.
good.
I agree.
Great. Okay, so let's move the exact same motion then, with the same wording, Kayla. So be it resolved that the Avening Community Center Hall Board hereby approve keeping the hall closed for the time being. Can I get a mover and a seconder?
I'll be a mover.
No, Melanie's gonna move it.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Jennifer. And any further discussion on that?
No.
Great. Okay, and all in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Yes.
Perfect. Unanimous. Thank you, folks. And our next meeting. Any other new business before we?
Yes. Am I on? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wondering if we want the hall sprayed for flies or not. It's that time of year that we usually do that. What's everybody's opinion on that?
Has anybody been in lately to see what it's been like?
I was in a couple of days ago, and the evenings are in the kitchen. We're getting pretty filled. But if there's nobody in there, maybe we could just wait till spring. I don't know what you guys think. It's $350, I think.
If you don't do it, does it make it worse in the spring? Like if you do it, does it help at all? Like for the next spray, or does it matter?
I can't really answer that. I can't answer that honestly, but I know that with my house, I do it every spring and every fall just to keep control of them.
I'd keep the same program we're doing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Okay, I will
Do
set
we,
that up.
should we also, is it Town and Country? Is it the same company that we had for rodent control, Claire?
Yes, it is.
I'm wondering if we should maybe get them to, if they're coming to do the flies anyways, if they can do some kind of a rodent proofing for the winter as well. Like this is also the time of year when all the, you know, the field mice come in and stuff like that. So
Yes, so
we all know.
he is coming back to do do the mice, and we cut him back to every other month. But now it's the fall. He's going to go every month until he sees that we're at a really good level. And then he'll decide whether he goes back to every other month.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that was already part of the initial contract. Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for that. Okay, great. All right, then, should we have did we have that in the budget, Karen, for the spraying of the flies?
Well, not specifically, but it falls within the allocated amount, like within that budget line. I don't think we're going over budget by maintaining that.
Okay, sounds good. So maybe we'll just have it noted in the minutes that we decided to continue with it. But I don't think we specifically need a motion if it's within the budget.
No.
For the expenditure. Okay, great.
Thanks.
Do you want to communicate with them, Claire?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I'll
great.
talk to Brad.
Okay, great. All right. Anything else anyone needs to say about it, the hall at this point?
I just asked, do you know if anybody has come in to borrow the big potato masher? In the hall, Claire said.
Yeah, there's some things missing from the hall.
No.
I don't know. I don't know if
We were hoping someone just came to borrow it.
yeah.
Someone take it home to stir paint or something.
Well, it is handy.
Wow.
So
I didn't borrow it.
Who's having that many people over? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Who's
well, I
cooking
was
for
going
20?
to until I figured out I couldn't mash that many potatoes.
Well, Karen's the one that has all the potatoes, actually. She's
I
getting them
gave you a
delivered
lot of
like crazy.
potatoes.
Yeah. All right.
And I am wondering about the cleanliness of the hall. Like,
Yeah.
at some point, do we want to get Sally back in there just to give it a, just a clean up, a vacuum, a mop?
Well, should we wait until November when the flies have kind of died out and then whatever's there?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking,
Yeah.
maybe for the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sure that there's probably sediment and that sort of thing in the toilets and the sinks, and like the drains probably need to be have some water run through them because they'll dry out, and those sorts of things too. It's been sitting for
And our water system is not working. I've been in contact with the township to
I was in contact with them through the summer too. It wasn't working.
Yeah. So I think we're going to have issues there, but I understand they're not maintaining that, and I get it. But yeah, you're right. I think we're going to have some stuff building up in our toilets, and
well, maybe what we should do is let's see if we can get Sally in for the sometime later on in the fall, kind of mid-fall, before December, and then
before it gets too cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just look to maybe go in and do a bit of a couple people, maybe just do a bit more of a tidy up and that kind of thing.
I'll go get some muriatic acid from the drugstore and get it into the to the toilets for sure, to make sure that they're not going to be liming up and causing us issues.
Okay, great. We probably
furnace.
Sorry, John, what's that about the furnace?
Who looks after the furnace?
Stevens, calling with fuels.
I'll watch the temperature and I'll go and turn the furnace on. I have not done that yet, but I usually do turn it on. And then I'd have to talk to Ed to see if it's up, or Tina to see if it's up for cleaning. I don't think it is. I think we have another year.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were talking about the service specifically, John, but you were meaning like turning up the thermostat and stuff.
Well, it should be looked at before winter. Make sure that it is going to work and checked over.
Okay, I'll touch base with Ed and Tina and get something set up for that.
Okay, perfect. Should we, well, this maybe ties into when we have our next meeting. Should we schedule the cleaning now so that we don't, we can maybe wait another 6 or 7 weeks to have our next meeting?
Sure.
Okay. So, sorry, Karen, is cleaning in the budget, or should we make a motion on that?
I don't recall what we would have spent on that last year.
She's about $300 a time, isn't that right, Claire?
Well, she's $25 an hour.
Okay.
Oh wait, I thought you were talking about the furnace cleaning. You talking about Sally?
Yeah.
Oh, we're fine. We've got enough budget to cover Sally.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So same idea then with,
I don't know if I missed a meeting or not, but are we allowed to have Sally clean our hall anymore? Because I heard there was some issues with the station on the green and having somebody with WSIB and liability and all of that stuff.
Right.
Yep.
maybe, well, we had a discussion about it at the hall, at our meeting with the, at that meeting we had in the summer. And yeah, it's kind of come up with the station on the green because they're changing their cleaner, and the station on the green seems to be a little bit more policy oriented than the evening hall board, than the evening hall. I don't know if that's a different way to put it. John, what's the message from the township? I heard that was kind of coming, but nothing's really official yet that I've seen.
No, there's nothing official, but
Right.
if you were to hire a new one, then everything would be recommended. But as far as I understand, we're not firing any cleaners as of the moment.
But does Sally have a cleaning business? Like, does she have?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that, I mean, it's something we probably should, pay attention to. But I think at this point
it's something we're going to have to look at in the future.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, great. So, sorry, Claire, we're putting a lot on your shoulders here, but do you want to connect with Sally on setting up a cleaning time?
Yes, I will.
I guess now that you're not working so much anymore, what the hell, right?
Right. I'll tell Tom that.
Yeah. Yeah, tell Tom you need a day off.
Well, that's I'll get her in there.
Great, thank you. Okay, is there anything else anyone has? All right, let's, what do we think for the next meeting, folks? We don't want to.
I don't have my calendar.
We don't want to step on anyone's busy schedules or anything, so let's pick a
Hey,
day
look,
that
my
works for everybody.
my work hasn't changed one iota.
I was thinking more, you're probably busier than anybody, Jennifer.
I know.
Do we want to look at like into November 12th, maybe something like that? It's a Thursday.
Sure.
Sounds good.
I work that day, but I can go in eventually. I'll be a bit late coming into the meeting though.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. So we'll meet on the 12th and
7:30?
Yep, 7:30. We'll get a motion to adjourn. Melanie. And
I can
seconded
second
by Sarah. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Good. Well,
Sarah,
it's like an auction, Sarah. You kind of moved your arm, I thought.
Oh, sorry. I'll be here all night.
you look it.
All right. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Nice to see everyone.